rest of my TBR for June. I went to sleep at 2 in the morning. Hello my lovely people, welcome back. My name is Fidi for those of you who are new here. So today, as you all read in the title, we are doing another reading vlog. Yes, another reading vlog. I really enjoy making these because I like being able to talk about the books that I read a little bit more outside of just my reading wraps. That aside, I also have less than a week to finish the rest of my TBR for June, which I highly doubt that's going to be the case. I just started The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter today, and while this book has been very good so far, I read this much, I still have at least 2 other books that I must read before the end of June. Mostly because one of them is a book club book. I still have a little bit of leeway because it's an online book club, and then the other one I bought specifically for June, and I would feel kind of foolish if I did not read it this month. It's no big deal, but I really do want to get to it. Anyway, long intro aside, that's kind of what we're doing, just a reading vlog. My goal is to get through 3 books in this reading vlog. So yeah, let's just go ahead and read a little bit more. Okay, so The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter is dark, like really dark. It starts with this super intense tragedy that changes everything for these 2 sisters, and years later something awful happens again that kind of brings the past back up. It's definitely one of those stories that's messy, emotional, and really character focused. Okay, good morning. It is Thursday. That background noise is my dog eating. I have my breakfast here, which is some chia pudding, vanilla chia pudding with some berries and 2 slices of turkey bacon. I'm going to finish my book. I do have maybe about 200 pages left, and I'm going to spend a chunk of this morning reading before I have to go to work. So, like I said, I think I was around this area. Yeah, okay. Normally, I usually wait to take a day in between each book to digest what I've read, but once I finish this, I'm picking up another book. We're doing kind of like a readathon right now. I am not going to stop reading if I have free time. And I'm really enjoying myself. This book has been really good. And last night, I had such a hard time putting it down, but I wake up so early, I needed to put it down so I could sleep. I'm hooked, so let's read for a bit. This story has some very dark and triggering content, so I highly suggest looking up trigger warnings because a lot happens on page. However, if you like thrillers that dig into trauma, family, and justice, this one's gonna hit hard. Definitely not a light read, but it hooked me. I just finished The Good Daughter, and I actually had less than I thought I had. Okay, if this isn't clear enough, please check content and trigger warnings for this book. Just like the previous Karen Slaughter book that I read, it is graphic, it is violent, there is all kinds of abuse and stuff, and it's on page. So it's a hard read. All of that aside, I really liked this book. It was a thriller without it being a thriller. It was more of a like crime mystery. There's just a lot of things happening where you're not exactly sure what route the story is going to. The ending is still predictable to a certain degree. I don't know how to explain it. Point is that it being a heavy book with very triggering stuff in here, it was a good book. There's just something about her writing that like really sucks me in. I feel like I need a shower, and I feel like I need to read something fluffy, which I don't technically have. I have 2 fantasy books that are waiting for me, so it'll be something different at least. Overall, for a thriller, for what it is, I was still really sucked into the book, and I really wanted to know what was going to happen next. I am going to give this, and I might change my decision later, but I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. It was a very close 5. I haven't read a good thriller in a while, and that's why I want to give it a 5, but it doesn't feel like a 5 for me. Anyway, I'm gonna put this aside, and I'm gonna go to work now. I'll pick up my camera later and show y'all what I'm reading next. So, Shield of Sparrows by Devony Perry is a romantasy with an interesting world full of monsters. A neglected princess is suddenly the sparrow, aka the wife of the prince, that will strengthen the treaty between two kingdoms. However, Odessa, our princess, was not trained like her sister and does not have the confidence to follow through with her father's plan, since it was the sister that was supposed to go in her place. Good morning. I completely forgot to pick up my camera yesterday, but I read a good chunk of the book. So I actually ended up going to sleep really late last night because I just really wanted some questions answered. I was getting really annoyed because we were past the halfway point and I was like,
please, can someone just answer the questions?
So I'm about 77% way through the book, chapter 49. My goal is to finish it today. I need coffee. I went to sleep at 2 in the morning. I was almost awake for 24 hours. 3 hours away from being awake for 24 hours. Maybe I should do that for a reading marathon. Go from 5 in the morning to 5 in the morning. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a terrible idea. Anyway, I'm gonna get ready for the day and read some of this. Okay. I feel like I should not give a review so immediately after I finish the book. Like, I literally just finished it and I mentioned it already, but I stayed up till 2 in the morning because I wanted answers. Did not get them until in the morning, and the first answer I received was something that I'm pretty sure everyone saw coming, and it was just a lot of information dumped on us in the last 200 pages, but there was just so many unanswered questions throughout it that it frustrated me a lot. I don't think it was my cup of tea. Like, I don't think I enjoyed it that much. I feel like I was complaining about it the whole time. It felt like there were some unreliable characters. There were a lot of unreliable characters, actually. And I just had such a hard time getting through this book. I just didn't care. I'm trying to think of anything that I genuinely liked, but it had very similar tropes to other fantasy books. I think it was just so much confusion all the way till the end. Right now, I want to give it a 2, but I might just need more time to reflect. I just wanted to give like my honest thoughts about it just after finishing it. Editing Berry here. I just want to iterate that this was not a book I would normally read. I finished it because it was part of a book club and I wanted to be able to participate and give my honest feedback. The style of writing and pacing of the book is something I normally don't enjoy. However, I will say the world of monsters was something I really liked. I appreciate the realistic fears the characters had and I enjoyed the world overall. I do not plan to continue the series, but I acknowledge that the author put a lot of effort into this book and is loved by many others, so don't let my own opinions dissuade you from reading it. That's all I'm going to read for today. I think I'm too frustrated to start another fantasy book. We'll see how I feel tomorrow, but I'll pick up something else tomorrow and start there. I won't summarize Fearless since it's the last book in the series, so instead I'll summarize the overall series. Powerless, the series, is a YA dystopian fantasy. It's about a girl who's trying to survive in a world where people are divided by power. Literally. Hayden doesn't have any powers, which makes her a target, and of course, things get complicated. There's tension, rebellion, and obviously our slow burn romance. It's fast-paced and dramatic and has angst and pining, and was totally something I was looking forward to reading. I am not going to finish this book by the end of today. I'm in page 119 and there are... Wait, I thought this was the last book. Is this not the last book? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, there's 588 pages and I'm in page 118, which means I have 470 pages to go. I'm not reading 470 pages on a work day. While we did not complete this challenge, I do think it has been successful because no, I'm not going to finish this by the end of June, but I think I will finish it by the time I do my June reading wrap, and I'll just add it there. I'm just happy that I got through a good chunk of my books. Is my camera crooked? I feel like it is. I think it might be. I'll fix that in the editing. As y'all saw, I did pick up Fearless, which I believe and I hope it is the last book of the series. I saw somewhere that there might be another book coming out, but I think that might be a novella, but I'm enjoying it. And it's a young adult book, so it feels a lot easier to consume. This book has so much angst and yearning, like a lot of young adult books, and that is why I gravitated towards this, because I just wanted to read something like that, and this gives that. This is definitely more of a romance plot, romance heavy than fantasy heavy. Yeah, I'm enjoying my book so far, but I think that's the end of this video. I don't want to make it longer than it is. I hope you all like this reading vlog. Let me know down in the comments below what's one book you're looking forward to reading in July. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already and you would like to, please subscribe. I usually make book content and I have been making some lifestyle vlogs here and there. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Have a beautiful day and happy reading. Bye.